Welcome back to Retirement Unplugged, where we talk a little bit about, I don't know, retirement after the age of 55. What you do with your time. How do you spend your days, especially when you're the only one in the house that's retired, right?
That's right.
So what do you do with your time? I don't know. So, anyways, what do you think? What would you do with your time if you're working? So I'm the only one
So
that's
that's
not
my
working.
question to you.
Oh, you got a
What
question for
what do
me?
you do all day when I'm at work?
Oh my gosh.
Because I ask him that every single day. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
what'd you do today?
Yeah, she comes home and she's like, "Hey, I got to what'd you do all day?" Then I've got to give her a rundown. And me being the smart aleck that I am, I give her the rundown minute by minute, which takes about 20 minutes to give her a rundown of what I did all day long. So, but what do I do every day?
Yeah. Are you not bored?
Um, I sometimes get bored. I'll say I sometimes get bored when the weather outside is not good.
Like when it's cold or
Yeah,
raining?
yeah. I mean, the weather plays a big part in what you do, right? I don't like to sit in the house. Now, I don't think anybody likes to sit in the house, but well,
Speak for yourself.
yeah, exactly. You did. But I don't like to sit inside. I like to find something where I feel like mm, like at least my time is worth something. I guess that's how to say it. I don't know. So I try
So
to
you don't
find.
feel like you're wasting time.
Yeah, oh, yeah, exactly. I hate wasting time.
But what is there to do? You're retired. I mean,
Hey, look,
really,
there's plenty to do. Now, whether I
without
get all,
spending money.
now that, okay, now that's a completely different thing.
What's there
Without,
to do without spending money?
that's a completely, honestly different thing. I could spend money every day on some nonsense. And that's something that I'm trying not to do. Because, before when I was working, I didn't have a budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just one of those people that just I looked at what I had, and if I had it, by gosh, I'm getting it. Now,
Right.
don't get me wrong. I saved a lot. I save a lot of money, or I did. Well, I'm 55 and I'm not working, so
That's right.
I must have done something right, I guess. But um, yeah, I try not to spend a lot of money. I try not to eat out. I try to do stuff around the house. So, what does my day look like? Well, you wake me up every morning for sure.
Like you used to wake me up every
Yeah,
morning
yeah,
at four
exactly.
o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. Exact same thing. Only it's a little later for me. It's about 7 or so when you wake me up, and it's time for you to go to work or
Yeah.
whatever. But I go ahead and typically I get on up, or I might scroll on my phone for a minute. A few minutes turns into 30 minutes. 30 minutes turns into 40 minutes. I'm like, golly, I done wasted some time.
Sat here and laid here an hour.
Yeah, I done wasted time, and I hate that, especially on the phone. You know what I mean? Wasting time on a dadgum phone.
But you get a lot of good information
Like what?
and
Tell
recipe
me.
recipes.
I do send you some
You
recipes.
do.
But tell me what other good information I would possibly get from TikTok or
Oh my gosh.
I do get some building ideas.
Yes, I get so many like I should have like done this instead of this, or like, oh, did you know that you could do this instead of doing this? And you're like, oh my gosh, this is such a cool idea. Why did I not think of
Yeah,
this
now
20 years ago?
right. I get some cool building ideas. I love building stuff. I mean, I'm not even good at it, but
You're
uh,
pretty good.
well, no, I know where all my flaws are.
Yeah, but I don't, so I think it looks good.
Whatever.
The fireplace in the garage looks really good.
Yeah, yeah, that did turn out pretty good
Hmm.
actually. But yeah, so I mean, even like right now, I get up in the mornings and I get ready, get me a little something to eat. Usually cook myself an omelet or something maybe, and then I'm ready to go to the gym. And I hate to say it, but I'm at the gym no less than an hour and a half, just because I have the time.
Right. Oh, I would
I,
too.
I mean, if I didn't have the time, I wouldn't. I'd only be there 45 minutes to an hour. But I'm there an hour and a half, and then if I jump on the treadmill, it's about two
2 hours.
hours. Yeah, it's about 2 hours. Not saying I'm on the treadmill for 30 minutes, but it just everything takes longer. You know what I mean? By the time you get done working out, get up, set up on the treadmill, do your thing, jump in the sauna or whatever, and then drive home. It's lunchtime.
Yeah.
and I'm getting myself something to eat, then I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Like, I mean, here recently, I'm building some stuff out back on my shed. I need some place to park my tractor, my trailers, and all that, just to get it out of the weather. I don't like my stuff sitting out in the weather. So now that's kind of occupying my time. And I've got some other projects that I'm gonna do, but it's weather permitting.
The fireplace in the bedroom's not.
Uh, yeah, yeah, you're right. It's not, but man, I don't know. That's a money project.
Yeah, but we need it.
Well, you need it. I don't.
We
But
need it.
yeah, so we've never had a TV in the room. And now she wants a TV,
Well,
which you know what that represents, right?
it just means that we're getting older. And so, like, if you're sick, because I was sick for
Yeah,
a while, I
yeah.
was sick for like a couple of weeks or whatever. And it would have been so nice to just been able to stay there in the
Lay in
bed.
bed is what you're saying.
Exactly. And have the comfort of the couch and the TV, and I have the comfort of the bed and the TV. So it would be nice to have that and then kick on the fireplace just to take the chill off the bedroom.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I don't know if this is my fault or what, but I built a fireplace on our patio.
Out back.
Yep. And put a TV out there. I built a fireplace in our third garage and, kind of decked it out, made it look pretty cool, a little man cave type thing, and
Put a TV out there.
TV out there. And I sit out there and smoke cigars every once in a while and in my barber chair
Hmm.
and relax. And
And
so now she's like, I want one in the bedroom.
but you're the one that came up with the idea first, so you put it in my head.
I did.
Because
I said
originally
it
you
was.
said,
I said, "Oh man, this would look cool." But
yeah,
man, it's tedious. What I want to do is kind of tedious. I don't know that I'm that good of a carpenter for that.
doesn't matter. It's our bedroom. Nobody's gonna see it.
I may have to recruit a real carpenter. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to have to look at my mistakes every day.
But it's okay
No,
because it's yours. You did it. You should be
no.
proud.
When you have OCD, it's not good. But if it's somebody else's mistakes and they cover their own up, I'm like, I don't ever see them. I'm good.
Well,
I don't know. It's just something crazy. But my everyday time is spent trying to do some projects or I relax a little bit, but I've got, like I said, a project list that I'm working on. And I'm starting, out back because the sun has really been nice or
mm,
really been shining here in the last few days, and it's been some super nice weather until recent, of course. And it's a little cool out today, but we got her done.
yeah.
A few more things, and that job will be complete.
And thank
But
God we didn't have bad weather last night, but that they had originally predicted.
oh my
It
gosh,
skipped over us. Thank
we were
goodness.
so fortunate last night. They were predicting some here in North Alabama. They were predicting some pretty severe stuff. I think they even kind of said it was going to be very similar to 2011. Is that right?
That's right.
2011 was bad. I worked with some guys that had total losses, and we were worried about it. And so, of course, I'm one of those that stands at the window and watches.
Exactly what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, what you're not supposed to do because of lightning strikes and all that stuff. But I'm standing at the window watching, and I'm like, we're okay. We're okay. And we were very fortunate.
Hmm.
And, there's a lot of people out there that were not. If you look at across Mississippi and Arkansas up into Missouri and a lot of other places that I haven't even seen yet, but
Had total destruction.
oh, terrible, terrible. But yeah, so, the past couple of days, like even today, the sun shined a little bit, it's a little overcast and it's a little cooler than expected, but we got some of that job done. So that's a little bit off my list.
Right.
Um,
So what's next after the lean-to's finished?
that's a very good question. It's not your fireplace, I'll say
I was
that.
gonna say is in my fireplace,
No.
but it's no better time than right now because I, Anna and I are leaving for spring break, and you have all that time.
Uh, yeah, I'm going to play golf with somebody's, but I don't have time for that. Yeah, yeah. So she's going out of town, and I'm going to play golf somewhere else and hang out with my kids and I don't. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but it's not going to be here working. I promise. I promise. I'm going to travel a little bit myself. So Yeah, that'll have to wait again. Probably the next thing is we got some outside stuff to do. You know what I mean?
Some cleanup.
Yeah, yeah, some mulching and some redoing the cedar posts and stuff on the house. I'd like to clean all that up and maybe seal those posts again. But
Fire
just
pit.
yeah, fire pit's on the
I
list.
want a fire pit.
Well, it's like it never ends. You know what I mean? I hope all you guys out there have a list, a to-do list like I have, and mine's like an expensive to-do list.
But it's not anything that you don't want, too.
Uh,
It's not just because I want it.
I know it's true. It's true. I love a fire pit. We've always
We've
had
always
one.
had one,
And
except for this house.
yeah, this is the only time we don't have one. Well, we've got one down at the lake, but
We're selling our property or our piece of the
yeah,
lake.
appreciate you. Appreciate that. We are. We're selling.
And why are we selling it?
We're going to do something different.
Yeah.
We've been doing that. We've had our lake prop. Well, we were at a different lake before. We've been
Mhm.
at this lake now for what, 5 years?
This will be the
4
fifth
years?
summer.
Fifth summer, this will be.
Hmm.
Oh man, totally enjoy a great,
It's
great
amazing.
place to be. But we're ready to do something different.
Yeah.
So
Because you have more time. Like
yeah,
it's not just a weekend thing or a summer thing anymore. It is,
right.
you have all the time in the world.
Well,
And it's easier for us to leave for extended periods of time, a couple weeks here, a
yeah,
couple weeks there, you know.
I'll say two things. You're off during the summers,
Hmm.
and I'm off all the time.
Yeah. And it's easier for me to take off than
Yeah,
it was for you
that's right. Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
get coverage.
yeah. It's now it's easier to go on trips that are a little further. I'd like to go to the beach a little more than we do.
Hmm.
I like the beach, or some other small
Trap.
trips. Yeah,
And I want a couple big trips.
yeah, yeah. So well, anyway, so we're selling all of our stuff down there, and just gonna we'll play it by ear and see what happens and do something different. Now I will say, beautiful, beautiful spot down at the lake.
Hmm.
I mean, we posted it for sale, and looking at the pictures, I hate to say it,
It's sad.
yeah, oh, it makes me feel bad
And it's
because
funny because the first place we had, our first place, we were coming back from Atlanta from an Alabama football game.
yeah,
And he's always just scrolling
I
through
love
his phone looking for property or, something that's available on the lake.
yeah, no, well, I'll look at real estate
Yeah.
constant
Yeah.
because you never know when you're going to run across a good deal.
And he ran across a tiny home
Yeah, lake property,
and
tiny home on it.
and we drove by there and it was listed and I went knocked on the door because I was like, I'm not gonna set up an appointment. I'm just gonna go knock on the door. And luckily the owners were there and she was like, come on in, and we put a
Yeah,
bid on it.
I think it was purchased within 2 weeks.
Yeah. Like
Seriously.
I said, no, yeah, it was sooner
It
than
was
that.
purchased within 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
guess that's right on the water. But anyways,
And I
so
cried when we sold it
yeah, yeah.
and we got this other place and now I'm sad, but
Yeah,
it gives us an opportunity to do other things. But plus, you never know, we might wind up there again.
I
So
will say I'm a little bit sad about it too. I mean, we've met some of the greatest people to hang out with, and people we didn't know before. We've just a group that we've become friends with, and some great people. I'll miss those folks,
mhm.
and miss hanging out with them. And I mean, we even went down there during football season and hung out. So I mean, we
Right,
actually use that place
year round.
year round. I mean, it's not like it's just a summer thing. We use it year round, and I mean, man, it is so enjoyable. And
I mean, there's probably 3 months out of the year, December, January, and February, that
yeah,
we go down there to check on things, but those are the only 3 months that we don't
right,
go down
right.
there. And
Yeah, because it's pretty dead down
yeah,
there in those during that time frame. But so I mean, that being said, being retired at 55, it gives me time to do some other things, and we would really like to maybe take the boat down to the beach and
beach.
hang out in the bay. We've done that before, and man, it was that water is just unbelievable. And we like going to Gulf Shores. We like going to some other places
Hmm.
too, but Gulf Shores has kind of turned out to be um, somewhere we go that I didn't think we would, because I've loved Destin for years.
Hmm.
And now all of a sudden, Gulf Shores has kind of changed.
They've revamped it, and
Yeah, yeah. It seems like they put a cleanup on it or done some. I don't know what all they've done, but it's just very, very nice. And when we rented that boat, we didn't haul ours down there. We rented a boat, I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was awesome.
it was.
And I would love to have my own boat down there instead of renting somebody else's, and I can stay as long as I want. I don't have to have a certain time I have
That's
to
right.
back. I can do what I want, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, being retired, you got more time, and I'd hate to see the other place go, but that's something else on the list that maybe down the road, maybe we can have a permanent place down there. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. But it frees up an opportunity for us to
Yeah,
do something else or to make a different choice and go a different route.
yeah,
Like if we decided to go to the beach and
yes,
have something down there instead of having a place at the lake.
right,
So it gives us that opportunity with, we don't have that
yeah.
over us.
I will say, it's being retired at a young enough age. And I guess I really didn't put a lot of thought into this before, but being retired at a young enough age to where you can still go and do, and, I get around and, I mean, able to do everything.
Right.
It's nice. It is very, very nice. I mean, I'm sure I will go through some spells where I think, man, what did I do? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not thinking that yet.
Hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I get bored every once in a while, but I don't think, hey, I wish I was still at work.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not thinking that at
You
all.
miss the guys,
Oh
but
man, I miss
yeah.
those guys. I got to see a few of them the other night, and I miss those guys.
Yeah.
It was great being around them again, but I can still see them without having to work.
Yeah.
But
Well, and I think about my parents, they were late 70s before they
yeah,
let it
we
all
talked about
go.
that last time about it being.
And just then it's like, okay, I mean, I've spent my whole life working
Yeah. Now what?
to be able to go and do things I mean, and yes, we were provided a very good life as young people and as adults, and they've lived a good life. And, you know, but it's like my dad, loved to travel. My mom loved to travel to the mountains. And it's like, you know, they worked all the time.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
hard
yeah.
to get away and get somebody to run your own business.
Hmm.
So I think about us in our age we are right now, and I'm like, good Lord, we're 20 years ahead of them,
I know. That's a great
and
thing.
we're going to be able to go and actually experience the things
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they didn't get to,
Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not a worldwide traveler. I'm not a huge travel person.
I am.
I don't like living out of a suitcase. I don't like, traffic. I don't like boarding planes. I don't like doing. I like going somewhere and being there.
But I
I
love
like
all
coming
that
home.
aspect of it. I
But
love the
hey,
planes and
typically we go to the beach for a week, and I'm 5 days in. I'm like, hey, look,
it's time to go.
let's pack it up. We're gonna cut this a little short. We got to go. I got to mow the yard. I got to do
We
something.
didn't last year, though.
What?
We didn't leave early.
No, we stayed a full 7
We
days.
stayed a
Well,
full
we
7
did. And we
days.
will this summer again too.
But we had more room since we got the house. We
Oh
had more
yeah,
room this
huge
time.
difference.
House is so much better than a condo.
Yes, man,
Don't
made
get
a
me
big
wrong.
difference.
I love the condos if it's just us,
Well, that's
but
just us.
yeah. But the
Well, and there
house
were
is
7
perfect.
of us.
Yeah.
Oh man, that house was
Going to be
perfect.
8 this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
that's going to be
That's
good.
right.
I'm looking forward to it actually.
Yeah.
Because the kids are getting at that age where, man, they just go and do their own thing, and they don't need us for anything.
Mm-mm.
Which I'm in bed early, so I'm good with that.
That's
Right?
right.
But yeah, so exciting things, exciting times. But my everyday, list is just really it's just working on something, just trying to get things cleaned up around here, or get things back to how I like them.
Run errands for me.
Run errands for you like I did the other day, and a few errands, not too many. Wasn't too bad. I knocked it out.
It was one.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
I complained for.
I could give you. I could give you 2 or 3 a day. That would keep me from having to go after school. But I'm afraid to only. I just give you one of
Yeah,
my
you don't
3.
need to. Well, you don't need to push it right off the bat. I mean, really, it's only been a little over a month.
But you don't know how helpful that is that I don't have to go and run errands after school,
Oh, you can save it for the weekend.
especially if I have to tutor.
You can save it for the weekend. Give you something
No,
later in the weekend.
no.
Yeah.
I just won't give you my grocery list. How
Yeah,
about
no,
that?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I
He doesn't grocery shop.
do not. I don't want to go
He
to
will if he
those
has
places.
to, but
Well, if it's running in for one thing, I know what I'm going to get.
or a grocery pickup. You'll do that for me.
Yeah, I've done that.
Mhm.
I'll do those things. We just pull in the parking lot and call that number. I'm good with that. It makes me feel silly, but I'm good with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm one of those. But this seems kind of ridiculous because I mean, I'm young enough I could go in and walk around and do my own shopping.
But you
But
used
I get
to.
so frustrated with people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Man, people can be frustrating. Probably, and me too. I'm probably because I know I'm in people's way because I don't know where anything is at, and I get very
Well,
frustrated.
they changed the stores so many times. Like I know Kroger and Walmart around here they've changed their layout. It seems like every time I go in there, they change the aisles up, and I have to go up and down. You asked me when we went in there yesterday, and you're like, "What do you normally do? Do you just walk around in circles like you're doing right now?" And I said, "Normally, I go up and down each and every aisle because they've changed everything. They changed what they put on the aisles, so I miss it if I don't go up and down each and every aisle instead of trying to read the signs above it."
Yeah, we were in there, and I was like, "Girl," I was like, "Well, I mean, are you lost? Do you not know what's going on here?" I said, "No, you come in this place all the time." I was like, "Well, we're just walking around in circles. Let's get it and go."
I know, but
And of course, hey, we're just going to get three things, and we had a whole shopping cart full.
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But then you realize it's like that's the reason I asked you to go in with me because I can go, hey, do we need the? Oh yeah, we need this.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's retirement life at 55. Grocery store, Kroger,
Walmart,
CVS store.
coffee, tea
Oh
bombs.
yes.
We're my whole grade level has decided that once a week you're going to be our T bomb
Did I
person.
talk about it last time about me reading to your class? Did we talk about it last time?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because we were talking about you could be a bus
Oh,
driver,
that's right. That's right.
and
That's right.
how would you do with the
Yeah. And
kids?
I didn't mind that.
Yeah,
I actually didn't mind that at all.
but we're going to say once a week you can
Uh,
deliver
uh,
T bombs to us.
yeah, that's a little much. Because I don't, well, unless I pick the day, because I don't always drive that
You can
direction.
pick the day.
Okay. It'll be a surprise. How about
Yeah.
that?
But then you got, I mean, there'll be six of us.
What?
Yeah.
Man, those T-bombs aren't cheap.
I know. We'll pay you back.
Oh my gosh. Does anybody out there know what a T-bomb is? Because I didn't know for the longest. I'm like, what am I getting here? It's some fruity drink. It's like a energy drink
But it's
that's in
good.
a massive cup. And those things are like $8 or $9 a piece.
$9.
That's insanity.
But
And
it's
the
got
sad thing
tea.
is, well, but you talk about drinking it, and you bring half of it home. That is 8 hours, 9 hours later.
I know, no, I refill it. Like
Oh,
I drink half of it down, and I put more ice and I put more water in it. And it's like having two drinks in one.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sleep at night.
Summer Love is the best one.
Okay. Okay. But so next on my agenda is probably not your fireplace, probably not the fire pit.
Mulch,
Okay.
the flower beds.
Yep, we got to mulch and get the yard cleaned up. I weed and feed the other day, but I'll tell you what, a little over 2 acres is that's a lot of weeding, feeding, mowing, and
You got to get your mower back.
yeah, my mower's out for service. So it's got all kinds of my boat's out for service. I got all kinds of stuff going on. See how busy I am? See how busy I got?
He's so
people?
busy that he goes to the gym twice a day.
Not all the time. That's only if you go.
No, sir. No, the other day I tutored till 6 o'clock,
I
and you
did. I
said
was bored.
yes, and
Because
you
the
said, "Well,
weather
I'm
was
going
good.
to the gym."
Yeah, the weather wasn't good. So I did. I went once in the morning, once in the afternoon. Two
And
different gyms though, so that nobody recognized me. What else did you do?
that's right. That's what I'm saying. What do you do with your
Yeah.
time?
Yeah. So well, that's what I do with my time. I
Yeah,
do whatever I want.
that's
See how
right.
that is?
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
my turn one day.
it is. And you can do whatever you want. You don't even have to hang out with me. You just spend your time doing whatever you want. I don't know what that'll be. I'm anxious to see.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I don't know what I'm hoping at some point. I don't know that I want to get into a routine. So, do some of you folks out there that are watching this, do you get in a routine? Like, at some point, do you go, okay, or you just fall in a routine, or you create a routine, or something like that? I'm hoping I don't.
Or you just stay flexible.
Yeah, I'm hoping I stay flexible. Because I would like, right now, I know I'm getting up and going to the gym every morning, but sometimes I wouldn't mind going in the afternoons. I'd like to get some stuff done in the mornings right off the bat so I don't have to mess with it.
Especially once weather gets better and
Oh
it's
yeah,
so
yeah,
nice outside because
exactly.
then it'll be too hot.
Yeah, and I don't want to absorb my time in the mornings, going to the gym,
Tim.
when I could do that in the afternoon when it's 105 in the shade. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I'm curious if I know people get into routines. I know they do. I mean, heck, I had a routine on my off days pretty much. It seemed like
I know, but if you did it, then you wouldn't get everything you needed done in your 4 days that you were off. I think that's the only reason you were in a
maybe,
routine.
maybe.
But you are OCD, so routine helps you though. I mean, seriously, routine does help you.
Well, it helps me prioritize the things that I want to get done,
Yeah.
and I prioritize my stuff.
Hmm.
It's me first.
Always.
That's
Always.
yeah.
Let's not
That's
go
not
there.
always. No,
Yes, it is.
it is not.
Yes. I can be deep into something, whether it's something as minor to him as cleaning out my closet, like posting all my stuff in my closet that I'm selling. And he'll be like, "Hey, I need you to come in here and do something." And I'm going, "Why is your stuff more important than my stuff? What I'm doing is very important to me."
But what?
But you don't see it
Oh,
because you,
whatever. Whatever I'm asking you to do takes like 30 seconds.
no, that is not true.
It's got to be.
No, it's always whatever you're doing is more important than what I'm doing. And that is the truth. But you
Well,
say, "Hey, you got a minute," like it's really only going to take a minute.
yeah.
And then it winds up taking 30. And I'm like, then I'm off track. And once I get off track, it messes me up.
You get yourself off track. What are you talking about?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So, well, I'll try to remember that and don't do it. I don't do it that often, do I?
You do it a lot.
Okay. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
And then when I'm cooking and I've got my back turned to you, "Hey, watch this,
Well,
watch
here,
this." I can't watch it. I'm cooking for
you
you.
don't seem to mind when it's the kids.
What?
When it's the kids that need something, you drop everything and go running.
That's
Oh,
different.
of
That's
course.
different.
Yeah, there you go. That's marriage for you. I'm the low man on the pole.
That's our flesh.
Depending on who's around.
They're our flesh and blood.
Depending on who's around, I'm the low man on the pole.
Oh, that's a lie.
Okay. If you say so.
Okay, women, you let me know if you serve your husband every night with supper.
They probably
Fix his
do.
plate, fix his plate,
They
fix his
probably
drink,
do.
and serve him his dinner every single night.
Look here, girl. I've been working for 28
I don't
years.
care.
I deserve it. I'm just kidding.
um,
Honestly, I don't ask you to do it, right?
no, that is my love language.
Okay, see,
Serving.
the truth is coming out.
Yeah. No, that's, I
Yeah, I
tell
don't
people.
ask for it. A lot of times I say, I'll get it in a minute. I'll get it myself. Don't worry about it. No, I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
So,
Everybody says I've ruined you. So,
what?
yeah.
Ruined me?
Yeah.
I only know a few that say that when we were on vacation with them.
Yeah. That was all your family.
No, it was friends from college.
No, I'm talking about your family.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, "What are you doing?"
Taking care of your man.
That's
He's
right.
fixing to retire. Gotta take care of that man. So, but I'm looking forward to the summertime now, and getting some stuff done around here so we can go and do some things. That's what I'm looking forward to mostly.
Right.
Uh, so I don't know, but we get the place going at the lake, and then we'll see what happens after that. Hopefully we can get that going pretty quick. And
Try something new
yeah. I mean, I've already been looking at some places online, believe it or not.
at the beach.
Well, yeah, at the beach, and we've got that. I'm not sure where you are flying out of for your trip coming up. If it's that one out, what's it called? What's the one over there called that cheaper?
The breeze out of Huntsville.
Yeah.
And we're going out of Birmingham.
Oh, is it one of those same type things?
Yeah. It's Spirit.
Spirit. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I've been looking at the one out of Huntsville. Only flies to certain areas,
Right.
but man, dude. I mean, it's like cheap flights. But it's some weird places. And
Yeah.
not weird places to
Well,
go, but I mean, it's the destinations are different than what you're accustomed to.
yeah. Well, like when we fly out of Birmingham, with the closest we could get to Key Largo was Fort Lauderdale.
How far is that?
So it's an hour and a half drive. So what I've done is I've rented a Jeep
Uh,
and then we're going to drive.
See ya.
Yeah, and take that route, because everybody said when we went to Key
Oh,
West.
down that highway to Key West.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
A bunch of people do that.
yeah, and that's what everybody was like when we went to Key West last year. They're like, "Oh, did you go to fly into Miami and then drive the rest of the way?" And we were like, "No." So I was like, Spirit only flies to like Tampa and Fort Lauderdale. So I was like, let's fly into Fort Lauderdale,
Yeah.
rent a Jeep, and then drive the rest of the way to Key Largo. And it's only an hour and a half.
Yeah. So my brother did that. Him and his wife, they did that trip
Yeah.
to where they drove down. Well, I don't know what that highway's called.
Yeah,
but,
it's
they
that
go through
scenic.
all of the Keys.
And we're the way it is, the way the Keys are set up is Key West is at the south end and
Yeah.
Key Largo's at the north end.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we don't have to drive,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people take that whole route
Yeah.
all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know what the distance is, but he said it was a pretty nice
Drive.
Pretty nice drive. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been looking already at some places that you can fly to pretty cheap, that's reasonable stay, reasonable flight. You have to rent a vehicle, but
Yeah.
that's just part of it.
But if you package it like we did,
Yeah,
you cannot beat the deal that we got.
right.
I mean, so you can't,
Yeah.
if you package a flight and a Jeep rent or a car rental, you get really good discounts.
Okay.
So,
Anyways, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Most of all is once we cut the lake place loose, we just kind of do our own thing.
yeah.
But
Fly to the beach every other weekend. Hey.
I don't know about flying to the beach.
Yeah.
Maybe driving down. It ain't that far.
No, take the boat down there, put it in the water, then put it in a rental place,
Oh, you
and
talking about leaving the boat down there?
yeah,
No, I don't know.
leave it at one of the marinas there, and then we just find one of those cheap flights
Back and forth.
back and forth.
Well, then you got to rent a vehicle.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
Hey, all kinds of interesting stuff to be able to do while you're retired,
exactly.
which I suggest everybody do, at least right now.
At 55.
At 55 if you can, because right now I'm not too bored yet. So, and I think it's still pretty exciting. So we'll see once I hit 60 if it's still exciting, or maybe even 58, then 60, then 62 if I'm still excited, or if I'm like, oh my
He's
God.
going back to work.
Yeah, or if next thing you know I'm a bus driver, like you told me.
Exactly.
Not a teacher, a bus driver.
There you go.
So maybe so.
Yeah. I told my friend, I showed her the video
What?
of the piece that we did last week where I talked about her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she thought it was precious. You could do it. You could do it.
Well, if she can do it, surely I can.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she looks like a tiny lady.
She is.
Not saying you ladies aren't tough. Y'all are. I know. But if she can handle a bus, surely I can.
Oh, yeah. I know you could.
It's just whether I want to or not.
That's
But
right.
That's all. That's another time. A story for another time.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, we're going to jump off here. Appreciate everybody watching. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Always laugh about that because I see them all do that on there.
Yeah.
Or they all have that little thing, little tab or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
If you like it, hit the like. If you want to subscribe to it. We're just getting started in this, and we're kind of, trying to enjoy having some conversation and talking about some things that we do or going to plan on doing after retirement,
Yeah.
during retirement, all that good stuff. So more to come. Excited about it. All right. See y'all next time.
Bye.
Thank you.